There he was, Geert Wilders, the Dutch anti-Muslim politician who has been leading in the polls, being interviewed by the BBC reporter who asked, Mr. Wilders, why do you care so much about Islam when radical Islamic terror has claimed so few Dutch lives over the past years? Wilders says, Islamization of our country is an existential threat and I want it to be stopped. Point! He meant to say, period, but in Dutch it translates to point. This is the first time that a politician has ever given himself credit for making a political point in an interview. If only political debates could be so easy. I think I've just made a better political argument than this guy. Point. I mean, maybe that's why Geert Wilders has so often been voted Politician of the Year the last time in 2015, although specifically it's like Politician of the Year 1933. But the BBC interviewer continues, with so many threats, among them Islam, why are you so obsessed with just one element of the spectrum? Now, maybe that question is not as fair as I thought, because the Dutch have been the victims of radical Islamic terror. When a prominent critic of Islam, Theo van Gogh, was assassinated by self-proclaimed jihadist Mohammed Bouyeri. Now, that was a long time ago, in 2004. I mean, in terms of Dutch politics, that was like 5 governments ago. Ancient history. But for one man in particular, it's like it just happened yesterday. Because do you remember what happened when Theo van Gogh was killed? Mohammed Bey stabbed a letter to the guy's chest saying, Geert Wilders, you're next. And Wilders has been in hiding ever since. It's like, to understand Geert Wilders and the appeal of Geert Wilders, you have to think of Wilders in terms of like the origin story of some James Bond supervillain. One past trauma that leaves them scarred for life, obsessed, disfigured, like, I was left with this scar across my face, or I was left without a face, or I'm Christopher Walken and I dyed my hair blonde for this role. Yes, that's right. Of all the James Bond villains, Geert Wilders is most like Christopher Walken in A View to a Kill, arguably the lamest James Bond movie ever. Now, most times at the end of a story like this, the supervillain will be blown up or dismembered or whatever, accompanied by some clever James Bond quip like, not so wild anymore, Wilders, or blondes don't have more fun, or enjoy your hair, die. But in the case of the upcoming Dutch election, the story might just end with a different phrase. Hello, Mr. Prime Minister. To be continued. Scoop, doo-doop, doop, doo-doo, doop, doop, doo-doop, scoop, doo-doo, doop, doop, doo-doop, doop, doo-doo, subscribe.